how the hell in the WWE did you go from a monster destroying people to a half dinosaur who's dancing at WrestleMania 28 with a bunch of people described as your mama? Because
Okay,
I
so
loved
chill.
Monster Brodus Clay. Loved Monster Brodus Clay.
Everybody did.
I also liked
Yeah,
Brodus
Arn
Clay
Anderson.
dancing
I
on
don't think
Saturday
so.
Morning Slam.
I,
Teaching me how to do the shuffle back and forth. But how does that go from that?
I still think Arn Anderson isn't talking to me because of that. He used to say, "How many damn sweaty shirts have I?" Because I would spend hours in the ring with Arn working on my stuff, heel Brodus, and on Superstars, I was scaring children, and just being physically dominant, and you got a little taste of it when I was with Alberto, and that's what I was groomed for. I was, my plan was to get in the Cena line and get on that Cena Express,
Yeah.
and I wanted Taker and Kane, and those are the guys you want, and Brock. And the problem is I'm funny as hell in the locker room, crack a lot of jokes. And obviously, I'm doing sold out stand up comedy shows. And apparently, now this is either Mark Henry's fault or Vince's fault, but apparently the boss was walking by and he heard one of my jokes and started laughing. And Mark, I was teasing one of the wrestlers. Yoshitatsu had came to the show in a peanut butter leather outfit, in boots, pants, jacket, and satchel bag, all peanut butter white. Yeah, and I said he looked like a Manila envelope, and everyone was like laughing and stuff. And apparently, Mark recorded it, and he played me, and the boss laughed about it. And then Triple H, who was also grooming me and handled my vignettes and everything, and I met with him and Stephanie. Apparently, he came back from meeting and goes, "Are we sure? I think he's a babyface." And they're like, "What the hell are you talking about?" And he's like, "He's a babyface." And everyone who knows Vince McMahon's history, he loves to do one thing more than wrestling. He loves to dance and sing. Like, we've all seen the videos.
Oh yeah.
And he decided that that's what apparently jokes equate to that. And when Triple H pulled me aside and was trying his best to like spin this in a positive light to me, I was devastated. 2 years of work in FCW, and I'm ready to go. And now I got to reinvent everything in like 2 weeks because the vignettes were running. I was getting ready to debut, and I got hit with the biggest curveball of my career. And I just remember saying, "Can I get with Dusty and figure this out?" And he said, "Sure, you do that." And I remember my son's grandfather is Haku, and we're very close. And I remember going to him crying that I'm being asked to be this babyface character.
Yeah.
And at the time, his name was Heavy D or Heavy G, which I was on a diet. The last thing I wanted to be called was Heavy.
Right.
So, and he was in a red tracksuit. So I'm thinking the crowd's going to chant, "Hey, Kool-Aid." So, and I remember, and he was like, he looked at me and he said, "Are you going to provide for your family?" "Yes." "You're going to have work and you're going to be on TV. What are you upset about? Do you need TV to prove you're tough?" "No." "So have fun. Like, make me laugh, entertain me. That's the job." And then Dusty made me, I came to the venue, told him what I had to do, and he was like, what do we do?" And then he said, "You're paying for my sins because you're mine. You're mine.
Oh.
So you're paying for my sins." The Commandant is what he used to call Cody. "You and the Commandant are mine. I molded you. You're in my image. You know my history. You are my history. So you're going to pay for my sins. It's a badge of honor." And I was like, "Well, I got to dance for your sins." And he just said, "I wore polka dots. Are you telling me you better than me?"
Oh. No, yeah.
So, and I turned that shit around, and it was over. "You think it was supposed to be over?" I was like, "No, sir." She says, "Well, maybe you ain't supposed to be over. So what are you going to do about it?" And I was like, "I don't even dance, man." He's like, "Well, we'll change that." And he had the sound guy put on Moves Like Jagger and started dancing like in 2 inches from me, and I was like, "Get, hey, old man, get away from me! I'm not dancing." And he would not stop till I danced with him. And within like 5 minutes, we were dancing all over the arena, and probably the most horrible. I'm sure there's a video of this somewhere, but
I hope so.
I hope not. But other than just seeing me and him together, because unfortunately, I never take pictures with anybody. And one of my biggest regrets is that I never stopped to say, "Hey, boss, let's take a picture," because I live in the now, and I'm not a big picture guy. Even though we like working with Snoop or all the people I've met, very rarely do you ever see us taking pictures together, because I don't care. You're in the entertainment business and you don't like pictures. Go figure. But within a minute, and then I just said, I still need help. And he's like, "Well, what do you want to do?" I was like, "Well, you had Sapphire." And the two of us just turned and looked, and poor Trinity Naomi was just walking in to go work out, and I was like, "Would you please help me?" And her and Ariana were working on a character thing, and she was the most talented, athletic person in the building, man, woman there. And she was having a hard time getting a spot on TV. They just hadn't found something for her yet. And I bet, she was like, "I got you, G. Don't worry about it. I got what you want to do." Because we had pitched something before and it didn't work out together. And it was just lightning in a bottle. And them dancing made up for the fact that I not only didn't like to dance, wasn't very good at it. So, and I just had fun. And the biggest thing was to keep smiling. And I did that. But when we debuted, I'll never forget it. There was a grown man who had shaved his head and cut his sleeves off and had a Brodus Clay shirt on, and he had a mohawk that he had just got done himself, and he was in the crowd, and he had a Brodus Clay's rules sign, and I came out, and you could have dropped a pin in that arena. They were like, "What in the is going on here?"
Yeah.
And I came out, and I just remember as I got in the ring and we did the pyro and everything, and as I turned to take my jacket off, me and this guy are staring at each other. He's standing up. Everyone else is sitting down. He's just standing there. His sign is now at his side, and he just mutters out, "You suck, Brodus Clay." And I looked at him and said, "My bad," and the whole place popped, because you're not supposed to do that. You're not supposed to, And then I just went all out, and I was like, shot again. Brian Myers, who's awesome, who volunteered to be my match. That that I'll never be able to thank him for that. And I think I yelled, "Should I get him?" And they were like, "Yeah." So, and this thing happened, and it went down, and I hit him with the flying high cross body, or low cross body, if you want to be a jerk about it. And I come back through the curtain, everyone's clapping, and I remember Triple H is walking with me, and he was like, "Man, that was great, man. It's, you did a really good job. Just do me a favor. Do not check the internet tonight. Stay off Twitter. It's going to be a lot of people." And I looked at him, I said, "Okay, boss, I don't check it anyway." So if I'm not worried about debuting and the Funkasaurus, I came up with that with Rob McIntyre at Hard Knock South. I trained with him, Cena's trainer in Florida, and I did not want to be Heavy D. So we were trying to figure out different, like, "Where am I from?" And he's like, "I don't know, Planet Funk." And I was like, "Oh, that's cool." And what am I? We're trying to figure it out. And he's like, "Funkasaurus?" And I'm like, "Funk, there it is." So I went up to the announce guy, and I said, "I'm from Planet Funkasaurus." He says, "Is it approved?" Like, "Oh yeah, bro, it's approved." I mean, at this point, what does it matter?
Like, right. You're vignettes for a monster. Now you're dancing.
And as I turn, I walk into Taker, who hated this. He loved heel Brodus Clay.
Yeah.
And he was very. Remember, I wrestled Edge one time, and I fired up in the ring, and he was like, "You're wrestling for the heavyweight championship. You fired up in the ring with that." Like, he was strict with me to a fault. Every move was, and I appreciate that. But he said, "You know what I would do if I was you?" And I was like, "What, boss?" "Fall." Like, "Huh?" He's like, "When you come out, fall. They'll scrap the whole thing." And I just remember saying, "Would you do that?" And he was like, "Hell no." I said, "Well, why? Damn it." So, and hey, let's be honest. When Taker first came out, he was wearing eyeliner and had purple gloves. Right. So, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And it ended up being what it was. So I went and did it, but I'll never forget that. He was like, and I remember he said, "You look the part. Why are we changing you? You have the actual real DNA. You are actually you're a body. You're like you're the guy. Like you look the part. And I just remember he didn't understand that, but he also said when the boss says it, you do it, and
Right.
that's what we did. But yeah, that's my. It was a lot of rolling parts in the Funksaurus, but
Wow.
Arn Anderson just kind of had his arms crossed, and he was like, I don't know, man. So, but it is what it is.